watching.
Yeah, everybody.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What's going on?
Okay, so welcome to Marital Hate. I am Stacey.
My name is Doug.
We are married. We do not usually hate each other.
Not usually. Sometimes she badmouths my car. Don't like that. Which
I don't
is
really
actually
badmouth this car. I just don't want to take that one. The Jeep is way more fun.
Oh.
All right. So anyway, we have a live podcast. I'm all discombobulated.
Well,
so
define combobulated.
I don't know how to combine.
Well, whatever it is, you're not it.
Okay, whatever. So we have a live. My eyebrows are too dark. That's what happens when you put your makeup on them.
What's up, Groucho? What is that?
What happens if you put your makeup on in the pool? I literally my eyebrows. Look at my eyebrows. It's not a good look.
Hang on.
I literally just put my makeup on in the pool because we were playing Get That Dirty Cock Away From Me. Hey, Trace. She says, good job there. All right, let me explain something to you. We have a nightly live podcast. We have a nightly live and interactive podcast. This is our 99th episode. By the way, did you write the episode number in the description?
I did, yes.
Okay, cool. So this is our 99th episode, and it's a live interactive podcast.
Live.
And yeah, so you'll make friends. Everybody's amazing. We call our followers our haters, and then there's certain people that are extra special. We call them our master haters.
Well, actually,
Tracy is one of them.
My friend that contacted me today that said she loves watching the show, thinks you're fantastic.
I am.
Does not like the word hate. I don't like the word hate.
I wasn't allowed to say it growing up either, but we don't actually hate each other.
No, but that's the
We're
thing.
like best friends. We're like attached at the hip.
That's what it's sort of like. Is it an oxymoron or is it whatever? I don't know what that is. It's an. Anne's a writer. She'll figure it out.
There's a word for it. It's ironic. Tom says Memorex.
Yeah, because we were live.
And Tracy says, thank you for my awesome gift and my card. Tom, did you get yours? Did you get anything
from the Marital Hate?
He might have told me he got it already, to be honest.
He might have.
It's been a blur. Tom, did you get your gift?
Tom's got bigger fish to fry. He got a gig coming up.
It does show as delivered, so he should have it.
Right.
Do you have a mailbox? You have to go downstairs.
Maybe one of the
anyway,
neighbors stole it.
You're welcome for your awesome gift and awesome card. Everybody should have them by now. At least that's what the internet says. But we will talk about them at length tomorrow because I'm really excited about them, and everybody seems to love them.
I'm also really excited about the color of the sky right now. It's pretty fantastic.
That's actually the first time that it actually accurately seems to represent what's going on.
And you can see our little vines crawling up like the cage. It's fantastic. So
Todd said he sent a thank you. That's right. You did send a thank you. I'm totally spacing.
Yeah. You didn't send me one,
Todd
Tom.
said I got one.
Everybody
thanked me because I knew who did the painting. Thank you for the awesome flamingo and card. And as Doug said, what she said, LOL.
She just talks a lot.
Cotton candy sky.
Yeah, I just have to kind of just chill out.
I think it is a cotton candy sky. I want to eat it all up. So we have, for the last 2 hours, for the last hour, been playing Get That Dirty Cock Away From Me, which is our favorite game.
I don't know if I can reach that thing, but I was going to show him the shuttlecock that we play with. So
where is it?
Right behind there. I can't reach it though.
Well, I can reach it. Do you have the racket?
I took the rackets out for a good reason.
I just crunched my titty. Sorry.
That's good. It's like just put it right in the camera. No, it's okay. It's okay. You're not gonna get it.
I keep crunching my titty. Dirty
I'm
cocks.
sorry, folks.
We have two dirty cocks, and we try to avoid them as much as possible.
We're either going to gain viewers from that or lose.
I have been injury prone. I don't know if you can see, but on my nose. Well, first of all, my makeup is a hot mess. What's going on? I like a crack whore. We're playing Get That Dirty Cock Away From Me, which is a game where we have these little nets. They're like tennis nets, but they're like
squishy.
It's like one of those koosh ball thrower things. Yeah. Squishy. So we count how many we can get back and forth. Yeah. We got to 32 today.
32, which was record. 2 more than we could do with 4 people.
Yeah, we're awesome.
And then the next time we did 2.
So then, it fluctuates. So anyway, I told my neighbor, hey, you may hear some screaming coming from my house because we're playing Get That Dirty Cock Away From Me. She may have taken that wrong.
Now, if you think there's marital hate on this show, there's definitely marital hate in that. Why did you hit it over there?
Incidentally, I couldn't stand my shirt, so I took it off. So
it was distracting.
Completely topless and bouncing up and down. Friday, I was naked. But we just finished playing. And so, of course, I had to come over to the side of the pool and put my makeup on. My hair is drenched. And I did a terrible job on my makeup. Doug's like, oh, I got a text from Jay Gordon about.
I did. I got a text from Jay Gordon.
And
then I just got a text from Todd Alvey. He's at the demolition derby at the Marshfield Fair. And somebody entered a Volvo and it ended up on its roof or on its side, and that definitely
Minus Volvo
points there.
Okay, I wanted to enter a Volvo. My life goal is to do a demolition derby. If anybody wants to make a dying woman's wish come true, I'm not really dying right now, unfortunately. I mean, I've been feeling pretty good, so I mean, I guess that's good.
Yeah, it was distracting, Tracy. It was.
Okay. So, Tracy says, "Do not hurt the boobies." Oh God, I'm always clunking them into something. They just get in the way, you know.
Got some in drawers.
What a 32? That's awesome. Yes,
I know. I love how that is news.
You guys have to fly down to play with us.
Yeah,
we burn 736 calories playing, so I'm just saying you might want to come. Bravo for doing that. Well, Doug, with a topless hot wife. I know,
like right? The other night, she was over there in front of the light, and all I could see was like kind of a silhouette. So it wasn't, and not tonight.
Yeah, but my silhouette does it for you.
Well, but when your silhouette is being morphed by the water, sometimes it looks
well.
Like
and we take this game very seriously.
Amphibian,
which is a little weird.
Yeah,
so I had. Did you have anything specific that you?
Did I have specific things? I would have to look into my phone and see if
I
had
a little note
specific.
Well, I'm glad everybody likes their surprises. I don't know that everybody's gotten them yet, so we will talk about them tomorrow on our 100th episode, assuming I feel well enough. So there's that. Go ahead.
I had one thing that I saved that King of Cartoons on Pee-wee's Playhouse was the same guy that played Blackula in the 1970s blaxploitation film of the same name. Blackula. Did not know that was the same guy. I'm sure Paul Rubens did. That's how cool he is. The other thing I found was very interesting. I'm gonna airdrop this because this needs to be shared with the bunch. This product, I thought it was a fake because it's so good, but it was not.
What are you doing?
So we got to open this thing, and then I got to tell the people about it. So boop, boop. We could, if we had a producer, we could open these things up earlier and instead of playing.
Well, you could
playing games.
Well, before you start talking about something, you could have it launched into place.
It is into play. Yeah, exactly. But
what do you?
I'm trying to get back to our thing. I need to share, and the thing's a little wet. Don't mind telling you. Sorry, people. Do share screen with this window right here. Now, this product, I couldn't even believe this was a real thing. A Viewmaster on how to breakdance. I don't think it's true, but it came from the Smithsonian website, so it may be true. I don't know how you learn via the Viewmaster, but maybe there's one for each. Maybe there's a disc for moonwalk or footwork or backspins or maybe something like that. But I think I don't know. I thought that was legendary right there. And look at the guys wearing the Adidas. That's what I'm talking about right there. Anyway, I was amused by that. If you're not, then there's the door.
Okay, well, there you go. Trace says wet things are typically a good thing, especially in the lady parts.
Oh.
Except in my case, because sometimes I sneeze and a little pee comes out. Oh, not a good look. But what are you gonna do? My makeup is so bad, you're not even gonna get to that part. What is going on with it today? My eyes are super red. My eyeliner's all smudged. My mascara is half on my face. Seriously, it looks like I'm doing a crack whore impression. How many pictures are you gonna send to your computer today?
A couple, but just go on. We'll
okay.
do it after. Keeps canceling. Don't worry about it.
You already sent it to yourself. The airdrop of the thing
was canceled.
Yeah, but you had already viewed it on screen. So why do we need to see it again?
No, it's a different one.
Just see, if you turned on your texting, you could text it to yourself, or you could message it yourself. But texting it to yourself would be the most ideal way to do it.
Airdrop. It worked every other time we tried to do it.
Well,
all right, forget it.
So, but here's the thing: when you're on your phone the whole time, we're not interacting with one another. We're just bickering, and everybody loves that. Although there are people that genuinely do love that.
We're gaining viewership.
Oh well, okay, there you go.
Look at that.
So, you still don't want to talk about the Josh Allen story?
Oh, the Josh Allen story. Well, let's wait for a football season because you got to know about this guy. He's a special kid.
Tracy says marital hate, and she is right. I do hate him sometimes, just a little bit, tiny bit. We get over it pretty quickly, though. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So my hot ass neighbor, I drive her to work in the morning, and she and I were chatting, and I was like, there's things in her life that used to be my life that are no longer my life. So like she has to get up early in the morning, get ready for work, deal with the kids, cook dinner, get the kids ready. And like everything in her life obviously revolves around her children. Fortunately, well, not fortunately, I don't know how she feels about it. It really depends on how you look at it, but she works. So she does get like adult time and a break, but you know, her life is stressful and like she has to worry about cleaning her house and like her time isn't so much her own. And then of course, in my case, like I would love to work and clean my house and chase my kids around. So
yes.
It's like the grass.
Right, yeah, it's the opposite.
The grass truly is greener on the other side of the fence. Tracy says that's the best part, getting over it. Do we usually have makeup sex?
Sometimes. No, because usually you're still mad for 4 months.
Oh, that's such a load of horse shit. What happens when we have an argument? You yell and you don't talk to me for several days until I break the silence. You have terrible, 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 terrible fighting style.
Oh, I thought you meant that kind of karate moves.
I'm just gonna fucking drown him. It's enough already.
It's not nice.
Enough out of you.
That's not nice to drown someone.
The other day, so okay, you may have noticed that we had to cancel 2 podcasts this week. So, last week I was busy. What? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, super busy. Monday started off good, and then all of a sudden I felt like crap. And then, Tuesday we did the podcast, right?
Yes.
Tuesday we did the podcast. I had my hair appointment. We did the podcast. Wednesday was yesterday.
Yep.
I slept all fucking day. Like literally,
I thought she was dead.
So tired. And then I texted Doug something along the lines of, "I'm horny. Can you bring me that dick?"
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I was texted. I was demanded. I was beckoned. Whatever.
It wasn't demanded.
It was, hey, woke up. Something.
I said, see, we constantly text each other, even though we're like 10 feet away from each other. What kind of rice do you want? Nectarines or anything? Parsley?
That's when you were at the store.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. You're not in the other room asking
Tuesday.
Me what kind of rice I want.
I had to ask you what kind of apples you wanted and cauliflower rice and all that shit.
I give me some Honey Crisp. Because they're honey and they're crisp.
Them
mushy apples with the wood.
Kind of. For some reason, I'm thinking country. No, that was actually about country. I'm horny, want to fuck. That's a text message I sent.
That's what my wife sends to me. That's foreplay for her.
I'm horny, want to fuck right there. And then he wrote, sure. And I wrote, well then, lube it up and stick it in. That's romance right there. Romance.
And then underneath that is what?
Tips to
lower your blood pressure.
Well, the thing that's funny about it is afterward we were discussing the sex that we had. By the way, I ended up going back to sleep after that and going to bed pretty early. Doug said that sex was nice this afternoon. I said, "Oh, packed a punch." Packed a punch. So I don't know what kind of quote that is, but I thought it was pretty good.
There was no punching. Don't get the wrong idea. We're not that kind of freakiness up in this his house.
His house?
Is that how you pronounce it, those kids? His house?
We don't pronounce anything like children.
Risa. Risa is French for Risa.
Becky and I have only fought one time in our relationship.
That's bullcrap, and you know it.
We don't really fight that much. We'll have it but Doug will silent treatment you for days. It's not good. He's got some unhealthy.
I get mad.
It's not healthy.
No, I know it's not healthy.
Trey says that is a good way to wake up and be demanded.
No,
right?
She wasn't demanded. I was demanded, and I was awake.
Yeah, I was sound asleep in the middle of the day, woke up at like 4:30, said, "Can I have some dick, please?" Well, not really. I said, "I'm horny, you want to fuck." Risa's here. Hi, Risa. Have you ever done that? Woke up from a nap and said, "Want to fuck?"
Risa is French for
one
Risa.
Time. She stands by her one time. Now I want to know what that fight was about.
They're fighting all the time.
They're not fighting all the time. Oh my God.
I want to know who did what.
Okay.
Okay.
I have come up with an expression that I'm going to start using in Florida because so many people are walking around in like Hawaiian shirts all the time. And there's so many people that like, we're living the Florida dream. Like it's super chill, or it could be super chill. And they get uppity about nothing. And I want to say to people, my new Florida insult is settle down, Tommy Bahama. And that's
fantastic.
The thing that's funny is they had, Doug was in that songwriters competition. And it was kind of agreed upon by all the people. Like they all got along really well. There was this one guy that was like wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and he's actually the guy that won. He was kind of a douche, and so I wanted that Tommy Bahama to settle down. But it's not even like
I support all my musical brethren.
He was kind of a douche, though.
Tracy says she was in the wrong.
This sounds like we were on a break. If she hears this could go off again.
This is not good.
I don't even know what to say. The other thing that I was noticing is
what are you noticing?
So we watch a lot of different RV channels, RV shows on.
We don't own an RV.
We aspire to own an RV.
We know which RV we would buy.
We know exactly which one we want.
If we were to buy an RV for $200,000.
The Leisure Travel Unity Lounge. But we want a 4x4 chassis. We want a Cinderella toilet. We want 1,200 watts of solar. We want a reverse osmosis water system. We want a lift.
Want jetpacks.
We want bunk beds above the
fly
to electric. I'm not being flip. This is what we actually want. So we watch a lot of RV videos and we watch all these RV shows, and we're realizing people don't have original content. Like it's the same five videos over and over again. Say what you will about our podcast. We say fucked up shit, a little over the line sometimes, lots of information about natural health, perhaps some conspiracies about the government, perhaps some like, I don't know, oh, I love the government. Whatever. Like there's a little bit of everything, something for everyone here. If you can get through all the fucks, you're good.
I will say this. We could make a
Tracy said I was in the wrong. She admitted she was in the wrong. Yeah. You said she was in the wrong.
I said Tracy said she was in the wrong. Well,
okay.
What part of that didn't I get right?
When you read you're supposed to, because there's some people that are only listening. So you have to read it as written. Okay.
So I said Tracy says she was in the wrong.
That's not what she said. Tracy says I was in the wrong. If Tracy says she was in the wrong, that would be Becky.
Well, if I say Tracy says she was in the wrong, that refers back to the aforementioned Tracy.
You have to read what the person says.
Marital Hate.
Listen to me. Some people are only listening. They cannot see what's on the screen. So you have to put it on the screen. You have to say what's on the screen. Trace says, that's fantastic. Settle down, Tommy Bahama. It's my new line. You can use it. No copyright. Although I might make a t-shirt. We should make a t-shirt. Donna says, I'm listening. Donna is on her way back from Plymouth, where she had, I think, a lovely time.
Whale watch action, I think, today.
She did go on a whale watch.
I can't remember if that was today.
Doug has a thing about every time he sees anyone in your family, they're either in a water park or on a boat.
It's what is you with you people on a boat or in a water park? Or in a pool of some sort. Lake.
I wanted to talk a little bit about bacon grease.
Oh, we've learned some things about bacon grease.
You want to save that shit?
Yeah.
So it actually
do not pour it down the drain. I know that much.
It actually has less fat. You should always save it. It has less fat than butter. Was it? I think it was butter. So anyway,
I don't know about that.
Save that shit. Don't get rid of it. The other thing. Donna says that the whale watch was awesome. Yay! I would like to hear what did you see on your whale watch?
Probably whales. We saw last whale watch I went on, we saw a 25-foot long basking shark. It was like a bucket list moment. That thing came right up to the boat. It was
don't believe I have ever been on a whale watch.
Really? I've seen whales jumping out of the water. Donna had a good picture of a whale jumping out of the water. It is definitely something you need to see before you die. Whale jumping out of the water.
Okay. So, I would like to talk about, so I came up with a brilliant idea. Would you like to hear it?
Here it comes.
Okay. So,
are we done with the bacon grease, by the way?
You want to talk about bacon grease?
This guy we were watching on one of these shows.
The Struggle Meals. He
used bacon fat as a base for like a pasta sauce. And he threw the bacon in there, a little tomato paste, couple other things.
If you can use olive oil or butter, you can use bacon grease. It's just going to have a bacony flavor. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the bacony flavor. I mean, the other night you made Brussels sprouts, which is funny. You only made half the package. Right. Well, I would argue if you cook more, then we have vegetables.
Yeah,
for
but that was all that was fitting on that tray. Believe me.
Okie dokie. But here we have it. If you were supposed to you had said you were going to cook the Brussels sprouts and bacon.
Yes, I actually did say that. Then I reversed course and went to cook them in the oven versus the air fryer. So I forgot about the bacon. But
cooking the Brussels sprouts and bacon grease would give you that flavor.
Would give you a little.
Donna says nasty. No, yummy. Tracy says what? Bacon grease in a pasta sauce?
Let me see.
It was from the show Struggle Meals. It was season 1. I want to say like episode 3, but you'd have to watch. So it was an episode Was that the bacon episode? I don't even know what that episode was. I got to tell you guys, it just got like a little chilly.
What did I tell you? We're gonna get out of the pool. We should do it at the desk because it's gonna cool down. Because it's getting towards the end of the
well, we
heat
need to
season.
enjoy the heat while we can.
Yeah,
it's 82. It's 82.
Okay.
Tomorrow we have a high of 94. It was 100 when I got back from Costco today.
Oh, it was crazy.
Can't wait to tell you about Costco today. So okay, I came up with this idea. So you guys know that house that I'm obsessed with. I want to have like an art area, but I'm like, oh, in your art area, like you have to somehow protect the floor, but like you don't want to have like, you don't want to have like something like it's going to get gross, right? So like, what do? What, like if you have an art studio, what do you do? So like right now we just have brown tile. So if I get paint on it, it's not the end of the world, and it's peel and stick tile. So who gives a fuck?
And the paint peels off. It's acrylic.
It's acrylic paint, so no big deal. But I have this idea that I want to have a Jackson Pollock painting put on a rug that I put in my art room. So if I spill paint, it looks like part of the painting.
Why don't you just buy a rug and then not care if you spill on it, and you got yourself a homemade Jackson Pollock?
I could just make myself a homemade Jackson Pollock by buying a plain rug and splattering paint all over it, but I wanted some of the work to be done already. Because otherwise it's just like, there's one little purple dot, there's some sparkles, there's some pink.
Work for Mondrian.
Maybe I was painting too much stuff. Tracy says, yuck, I'm telling you, it looked really freaking good. And he said it was really good. I believe him. I really wish those cooking shows like came with like a DoorDash button where you could just be like,
yeah, just order it. Yeah.
Tracy says, oh, we are going to put an offer on a house in Georgia. I will send you the link.
Nice.
What?
I'll believe it when I see it.
I don't want her to put a house in Georgia. I want her to get
through and through.
She's been saying she wants to come back for a while, and she's got a bunch of cock blockers or vag
blockers. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
there.
you want to open the floodgates.
Yeah, so it's not just your children, ladies and gentlemen. You have your family moving with you, perhaps relatives, and then you can't get laid. So my deepest condolences to Tracy and Becky. They do have a camper, and I suggest that they put a sign on it that says,
camper is rocking.
Camper's rocking, don't come a knocking. If we do get a camper, you can knock. If you want to watch whatever, we're old and fat and gross, but if you want to, whatever. You know what we should do is
fantastic looking.
We should fuck on OnlyFans, and that's how we pay for our RV. We play the "Get That Dirty Cock Away From Me" game, Megan. That's how we pay for our RV. What do you think? Okay.
And people tune in because of the name, and they think it's a whole completely different sport.
Perhaps. Yes, vag bloggers, we will get the pool house. Yay. Okay, so that was my idea about that.
Why don't you talk about that lovely blueberry muffin that you had last night?
Oh my god. Okay, this is actually the funniest
thing. Miss Healthy over here, no gluten.
Okay. Oh, Tracy says you're not old or fat or gross. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Donna says X-rated podcast. I don't know if it's an X-rated podcast, but maybe we'll have some fisting. You don't know.
Disco.
Donna says money. I think that means she's willing to pay. How much, Donna? How much? We need your money. I want an RV.
Donna's gonna watch us do anything.
Okay. So the blueberry muffin. So my friend Darcy has 5 adorable children. What are their names again?
Tic Tac, Skittles, Rugburn, Ivy, and Sumac.
That's their names. Not really.
I come up with different.
In any case, apparently they were playing in like the dirt in their yard, but then one of them had like a little muffin tin, and it was full of blueberry muffins. It wasn't blueberry muffins; it was dirt and rocks. But it looked like blueberry muffins, and I'm like, oh my god! I had to take care of it.
Her other friend Crystal posted blueberry biscuits right out the oven that looked unbelievable.
They also looked amazing, but I'm telling you, the kids fucking started. I said, I want blueberry muffins, and then Crystal posted, and I'm like, I want blueberry muffins. Long and short of it all,
yes,
Doug made me a little ramekin, like a little baby Pyrex
ramekin
with blueberry muffin in it. So he just took some pancake mix and some fresh blueberries, put it in the greased up cup, microwave, 2 minutes, delightful little treat.
So wait, this is Crystal's. That was what Crystal starts showing.
Did you take a picture of yours?
No, I didn't take a picture.
I actually put a little butter and maple syrup on it. So it was my big cheat for like the year. Donna says people pay to see the action. LOL. Good stuff. Trace says yummy. Yeah, it was. Yeah, dude, it hit the spot because yesterday I was super hungry.
And you were super high, but you were coming off the high. Yeah.
And Doug put together, I got one of those kneeling chair things. So it's a chair. So I got 2 things. I got a kneeling chair. So I had somewhere to sit and work because we're basically gonna put 2 pieces of wood in the guest room closet, so it's like a little office. Because I have all this paperwork and I like sit on the couch and work on it. It's terrible for my back, and I don't really have a place to keep my stuff. So we're gonna take a piece of plywood and just stick it in there, and it will be a desk. So I bought this kneeling chair, which is one of those active seated kneeling chairs, really good for your core, really good for your back. And that's good because I've just been slouching in the recliner for like 10 years. So my core is so weak and my back is so weak. And then we bought a little gold cart, like it's gold and white. It's like a bar cart.
Like a bar cart.
And to put my art stuff on, so my art stuff is not on the dining room table. So there's like a little bar cart, and so Doug had to put those together, and he did, and I appreciate him
thank you
for that.
But the only problem was there was a lot of styrofoam and little pieces of styrofoam.
Oh, actually, it was really funny because Doug, this is where my husband and I differ. If I get a box,
this is terrible. If this is the worst thing about me,
I'm not saying it's the worst thing about you. I'm just saying where we differ. We are different people.
We sure are.
Okay, so Doug, he'll shove box and box and box and box, and then you have to take it all apart and break the boxes down. I do not like that. I'm like, you have the box, you break it down, and be done with it once and for all. So when Doug did this, it got styrofoam all over the place. And so, of course, the styrofoam I had to put into trash bags because you can't put that in the recycling, at least not here. So I broke the styrofoam, so there's even more styrofoam. But our little vacuum friend got it for us. He still left some things around the edge, and there's some monolaurin floating around, but he did a pretty good job. And he didn't eat that many power cords today. He did eat the power cord to the diffuser in the guest room,
dragged it around
and
the corner.
Sprayed lemon balm,
lemongrass
essential oil all over the guest room. So it should smell delightful when you come and visit, whoever you may be. And then let's see what else. Every once in a while, I'll accidentally hit something on my phone. So that was, you wanted to talk to the muffin. I talked about you putting things together. So this morning I got up newly energized in theory. So I felt better because I slept all day yesterday, got up for like 3 hours, but I was like really out of it, like couldn't make it outside. And we got that done. And then I got my snack and then we went to bed. So I got like a lot. I probably got 12 hours of sleep.
Some good sleep. Yeah.
At least 12 hours of sleep. So then woke up this morning and I was raring to go. We did our meditation, our Wim Hof. Doug made lovely omelets with Boursin cheese, circa the bear.
French style,
which is a thin, like a crepe almost.
Folded,
thin,
rolled,
delicate and lovely. Very different than an American style omelet.
American style omelet is puffy and contains things of great bulk.
Which do you prefer?
Depends. I mean, I'm up for I'm not a big omelet guy per se. I prefer the French omelets to the American. But if an American omelet has some good ass stuff in it, USA. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I enjoy a mashed potato omelet, not gonna lie, but I just find
omelet.
that Cheesecake Factory used to do a mashed potato omelet.
That sounds healthy.
Mashed potato, cheese,
bacon, sour cream.
You have to add your own sour
Chives.
cream. I would always order my own sour cream, but I do find it to be very eggy. So, so we've been doing the French style Boursin cheese omelet, which is very much we did it with the chips once, but it's very reminiscent of the omelet that they made on The Bear, second season, second to last episode. If you haven't watched The Bear, I really recommend it. The first season's a little bit of a downer, but the second season is stressful. It's just like you feel so happy for them, and it's just so inspiring. Especially like when Richie goes to the fancy restaurant to work. Yeah. It's really good. So anyway, we've been eating that omelet. So we got up, I journaled, I read, I'm reading Bootstraps to Billions. So I'm trying to jump.
Hasn't worked yet.
Can't
afford the boots.
Actually, it's really funny. Somebody gave me this, some guy I went on like a couple of bad dates with gave me this book as a gift. And I didn't even I knew he'd give me the book, but I opened it today and there was a note inside.
Oh, what did the note say?
It's like something about make all your dreams come true. Love, Andy. I'm like, so we've gone on 2 dates. Oh. That's the plumber.
Oh.
The semi-famous plumber.
Oh. He's got billions.
In any case, I don't know that he has billions. His ex-wife got a lot of money. But that's not the point. The point is I've had this book for years, haven't had time to read it. So I'm trying to alternate like a health and, like spirituality book, financial book, and vice versa. So just trying to mix it up. So I just finished Boundaries, which I definitely recommend, despite the fact that there's a lot of Bible quotes in there. You can kind of graze over it. There's a lot in there for everybody. So anyway, the new book I'm reading is Bootstraps to Billions. If you want to join me, if you want to talk about it on the podcast, we can do that. This book actually talks about companies that were started with nothing and grew. The first chapter is on Aveda, which was eventually bought by the Louder Company. And although I do enjoy some of their products, I think that the Louder Company coming along and buying them was probably not a good thing.
Was that the place in the mall that had the gumballs?
Yes. No, that's Origins.
Oh, okay.
Aveda was also in the mall. They had a waterfall. We went there and bought the chakra clearing stuff. Anyway, they do their product quality, I think, has changed over the years. And, you know, Louder is a company that is pretty heavy on the chemicals. So it's one of those greenwashed companies. But I am interested in hearing their story amongst many others. And that's what I'm be reading about. Trace says, sounds funny, but have you tried some balsamic glaze on your omelet? So good. Let me tell you what you should put balsamic glaze on. Get yourself some mascarpone cheese, put a little balsamic glaze in it, mix it up, dip strawberries in it. You will lose your fucking mind. We also like arugula with burrata in the middle, also with the balsamic glaze. I will definitely try that sometime with my omelet. Maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Dave says, Moses, K-Night, I've been tired since back to work. Sorry, I'm not as involved like I was. That's okay, Dave. We miss you so much. And no, you do not love me the most.
Minus hate points for Dave.
Minus hate points?
Yeah, he's getting minus.
Minus hate points?
He got his painting. Now he's just, you know, whatever.
No, get your sleep, baby. We love you. You can always listen at work tomorrow. Share it with your friends. Be like, this is my friend.
Is this the lady with the Crisco on her fist?
Get some sleep. Dream a little dream of me or about the Terrifier, perhaps sawing you in half. Trace says, yummy. About all of the foods.
Then yesterday, we had for dinner, we had like the organic frozen dumplings, like the vegetable
leftovers.
Dumplings. Yeah, so we had
organic.
No, from Costco.
But there's a little gluten.
I steamed them up in the air fryer or
in
whatever,
the Instant Pot.
And I made she's very picky about the sauce that you dip them in.
It has to be the Chinese restaurant sauce.
And so I tried to make it out of coconut aminos and what I thought was hoisin sauce, but I grabbed the balsamic glaze. And so I had her try the balsamic glaze one and then the one that I made correctly with the hoisin, and she preferred the balsamic one. She said it was closer to the restaurant. So go figure.
Balsamic. Who knew? Balsamic dressing or balsamic glaze?
Glaze.
I like the balsamic
glaze. I like the balsamic Newman's Own dressing. Oh my goodness. Put that on some cold pasta, throw a little shaker cheese on there. Maybe some throw in some carrots or tomatoes. Kids like tomatoes. That was my go-to pasta for like when we would go places. Like we would load up a cooler, go to Six Flags. We'd have dinner on the way home. We had the pasta salad in the cooler.
Tracy says yes, the best sauce is the restaurant ginger sauce. I agree, and he doesn't put ginger in it. And that I think it's part of the problem. Just
you want me to be expert?
I thought
Asian
it came
chef,
with a packet.
Expert organic.
Hang on a second.
Chef.
I thought it came with a packet of dumpling.
No,
sauce.
that one doesn't. No,
the other one does.
Kind does. Yeah.
So the non-organic one comes with the sauce. The organic one, not so much.
If you want a ginger sauce, next time we go to the store, we'll plan ahead. We'll buy some ginger. I'll take a class.
Well, we did plan ahead. We did plan ahead. It was called making a grocery list. And I sat there and told you every meal. And I said, do we have everything we need for this? Do we have everything we need for this? Is there anything else we need?
I didn't know that you were going to want to be very specific.
Really?
You asked if we had coconut aminos.
Really?
We have 2 of
10 years of marriage. You didn't know? You didn't know. They knew.
I'm letting the crickets talk for me. Can you guys hear the cricket? I don't know if you can hear the crickets.
Right? How rude. Michelle's here. Hey, Michelle, what's up?
I love Newman.
She says, love Newman's.
Yeah. That Newman balsamic is good.
We just like, it's hard now because we don't like to eat. We eat really healthy. We don't eat seed oils. We try to eat organic as much as humanly possible. It's just really important to us to eat healthy. So it's hard to buy packaged things.
We've been making dressing lately.
You've been making the dressing, and you made the actually, this is really funny. I know I've talked about it before, but it's important. So if you are a Floridian, or if you go somewhere that has an option of getting your sandwich as a salad, this is what I do at Publix. I order an Italian as a salad, but I order spinach instead of lettuce. It's like an antipasta. But what I do is I have Doug make me a little mustard mayonnaise with a little avocado oil. It's like a dressing, and it's amazing.
Thank you.
And I have that on my
very easy to
my
do,
pub sub, and it
because
lasts.
I don't have to try and match some phantom sauce from an Asian restaurant.
Dude, if you really love me, you would figure out how to make the common ground salad dressing. If anyone can figure out how to make the common ground salad dressing, I would fucking love you forever. I mean, I love you forever anyway, but I would really like that salad dressing. I used to go and buy like 10 of them at a time.
And then 6 of them would go bad in the fridge.
It's because I don't eat a lot of salad. Well, yeah, now I eat a lot of salad. I wasn't at the time because it was hard to get vegetables out of you. Actually, we have some arugula that we're going to
How to get vegetables out of me? That sounded
no,
like
I would always be like, where
ER.
Do you remember how many times we fought about the lack of vegetables in our food?
I don't know shit about shit.
Do you know how many times we fought about how many?
Okay. Yes, we have. We fought many times.
So now that Doug's blood pressure is at risk, we're starting to eat more vegetables. Finally.
I ate a salad.
When did you eat a salad?
Sunday.
Oh, that's right. He had a salad on Sunday. We showed it to you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, on Sunday.
That was delicious.
So we've been trying to have vegetables at every meal and fruit at every meal. And Doug this morning, his blood pressure was up a little bit, and so we were going to meditate. We never got around to that. We should have meditated. But he took some homeopathic belladonna, and it brought his blood pressure down almost 10 points immediately.
I don't know if I ever measured it after the belladonna.
Yes, you did.
Measured it after meditation.
But that was this morning. But in the afternoon, you measured it after belladonna, and it was about 10 points.
Yeah.
So in any case, one belladonna under the tongue, 10-point reduction in blood pressure. I've been doing some research on this, so I've been looking at homeopathy for his blood pressure. He got some exercise tonight, playing that dirty cock away from me.
Game.
And he's going to be taking quercetin and D, which is very important for blood pressure. He's going to remember his fucking magnesium. He's taking Celtic salt. He's taking cayenne pepper.
Quercetin.
What else is there?
Yelling at me is going to raise my blood pressure. So
yes, except
you're an anticoagulant, is what you are.
I will fist you in the asshole right now.
What is that all about?
Because you don't listen.
That's terrible.
It's like having a child.
Don't yell at somebody and say.
Except I would never yell at my child until I was going to fist them. Side note, we still get super excited about every fucking lizard we see. Like, yes, we do. Yeah. It's so moronic, and I hope we never forget that. Like, if you're a Floridian, like they're everywhere, and like some people don't like them. They get in their house, they're like, ah. And actually, my neighbors there's a toy in their daughter's room that keeps going off in the middle of the night, and they think there's a lizard because there was a baby lizard that's setting it off. But all the toys are pink and purple, so she can't figure out which toy it is because, of course, the kid has a million toys. Right. So there you go.
That's funny.
So I hope we always have that like excitement about the lizards. There's a book that I wanted to add to my list of books to read called The Body Keeps the Score. And it talks about how the body holds trauma in it and it ends up in chronic illness. And
is that like really, a body count?
Very different. But I will say this. A lot of the people that I know that have chronic Lyme or long-term Lyme have had a lot of stress in their lives or they've had trauma in their lives. And I believe that there's a lot of truth to this. So it's on my list of books to read. Tracy says, my goal every summer visiting my grandparents in Florida was to catch one lizard at a minimum. Girl, how many lizards have we caught so far? Because they've been in our house.
I don't like to bother them. Like they're
but we catch them when they're in the house. We've had to catch them. We had the gecko that was in the bathtub that scared the bejesus out of me.
Out of here.
Then there was the little baby gecko, and then there was the little lizard.
The first one was great. He was in the living room, running across the wall.
And then there was the 2 dead bodies we found.
A couple dead bodies in there.
Yeah,
but they're everywhere. They're really everywhere. Little guy was out on the front porch. There was a little guy over here tonight. There's a big guy over there.
Sorry.
Although some people have Nile monitors in Cape Coral.
You don't want that. And the iguanas can get really nasty too, believe it or not. Iguanas are invasive. Are the monitors, are they invasive? Are we supposed to kill those?
Nile monitors? Yes, because they're from the Nile.
Oh, I didn't know if that was just their name.
Yeah, no. Actually, I think some monitors are from Indonesia, like the Komodo dragon, and Australia, and
Incidentally,
in South America, probably.
So we, I told you guys, like, I'm really big on the credit card points. We got $1,000 in the month of August by leveraging credit card points that we really needed. And so I was looking, because we have 30,000 points on Capital One, and I'm not really using that card anymore because I'm getting so many points from Chase. P.S. If you want to Chase Sapphire Reserve card, I will send you a link. We both get extra points. You get 60,000 points. That's like 2 round trip flights to Florida. Come stay in the guest room. So anyway, the point is, I was looking at Capital One to see, like, oh, what could we use it on? And so they had some promos, and one of them was a Galapagos cruise. We don't really want to go to a cruise, but I want to go to the Galapagos.
But I think that's how you go on to the Galapagos, is on a boat.
I don't think you had a choice otherwise, but I don't really want to go on a cruise.
I want to go look for another specimen of the Fernandina Island tortoise. There's only been one ever found since they were exclaimed extinct.
Okay. My day is catching up with me. I have been very busy. Tracy says, I remember one in particular. I woke up with it in bed, and it kept bed with me, and I kept him all summer. And on my last day, put him outside to go free. Oh, I got to tell you,
got eaten by a bird.
I got to tell you, you got to be careful about that, because Doug was friendly with little Buddy, and then it was super friendly, and you could come right near it and was fine. And then the snake came and ate it.
We think the snake ate him. He might have saw the snake and said, "I'm out of here." Like, because now there's a snake in my territory. That snake was
going fucking ape shit.
That snake was not happy that I was around.
He had a false sense of security, the lizard, I think. Tracy says Douglas.
That was funny that you set up this whole nice thing, and I said he died. And eaten by a bird.
You just ruined her childhood memory. He's the worst.
I don't know if it died or not. I just make the shit up.
But his eye makeup doesn't look like a crackhead put it on. Look at it. Look at crackhead.
He's my friend.
That's right. The snake probably ate it. Your snake, totally fine. Doug's snake eaten by a lizard was eaten by a snake. I don't know.
Could have been.
So I got
around the same time.
So I had an eye doctor appointment today at Costco.
This is where we're getting our medical treatments. I wish I had a dentist. I could go down and get some
teeth
stuff
cleaning.
done.
Yeah, we could go to the perhaps like a checkup. But in any case, I went to the eye doctor at Costco, and it was only $120 for a contact lens exam, which is great because we don't really have any money. We don't have vision coverage at Current. So I go in there, and what did I do? I went in there and got my eye appointment, and I was so excited about it. And the guy, it was so funny. He asked me who does my dreadlocks. And I said, oh, Taylor does them. Although Sasha did them this week because Taylor's been overbooked. But I said, oh, Taylor does them. He goes, oh, I know her. My wife goes to her get her haircut. Like, she's a yogi, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what a small world. Like, I don't know anyone in Florida. Anybody. Like, now I know like all of 3 people. I'm like, do you know Lisa and Jeff? Like, do you know Jackie and Jamie? Do you know Jen and Lenny and the kids? Like, who else do you know? Because I only know like 5 people. I have a bunch. My aunt lives in Fort Lauderdale. My friend Chris Pacino's not so far away.
You saw those meth heads at 7-Eleven the other day?
Yeah, just because I see meth heads doesn't mean they're my friends.
Oh,
some meth heads are my friends, I'm sure. So in any case, it was just interesting that it's such a small world. So he's doing my eye exam, and as it should turn out, I'm getting blinder. I'm going from a 3.75 to a 4.25, and my new contacts.
What does it go up to?
I don't. Coke
5?
bottles.
If it goes up to 5,
but it was really funny because I fell asleep in my contacts last night. He's like, but you don't do that all the time, right? And I'm like, no, not at all.
Yeah, I don't even know how you're still alive. Some of the habits.
So in any case, he gave me so he actually started wearing contacts in 4th grade, and he would always sleep with them in, and he can't wear them anymore. He has really bad sensitivity to them. So maybe I will learn my lesson. But the good news is I got new contacts, new brand and everything. Want to hear what brand I got?
Volvo.
Kirkland motherfucking contact lenses.
Quality goes
in
not before the Kirkland name goes on.
Kirkland is the
house brand.
Costco brand. The thing that was interesting is I was like, wow, these seem so much bigger. He's like, they're literally 1 millimeter bigger. And I'm like, well, they seem so much bigger. It might be because mine are all dried up and shriveled because I wear them for weeks at a time. Bad Stacy. I am a terrible patient. And then, but one of the things that was interesting there was that my vision has gotten, significantly worse. I have an astigmatism in both eyes. I used to have it only in one. I always thought astigmatism was when one eye couldn't see as well as the other. but that's not what it is. It's about the way that the eye is shaped, I guess.
Oh, well, you're not perfect.
So in any case, I have astigmatism in both eyes, and we're not doing a fucking thing about it. And I'm starting to wear readers occasionally, but not that often. Trey said, "Oh, you're cute. I'm a -7 in one and a 7.25 in the other." Yeah, Todd's here. I think we should all shut the fuck up about blindness with Todd here. Todd says, "I have an eye doctor appointment tomorrow, but it is a needle in the eye procedure." Oh, Pumpkin, I'm so sorry.
Todd, I legitimately.
Everybody pray for Todd because he's getting a needle shoved in his eye tomorrow.
Good luck with that.
Is that like what, like, for a lady getting a dick in the ass feels like?
No, I think dick in the ass is much less invasive than a needle in your fucking eye.
I think as a moment of solidarity with Todd, you should let me put something in your ass, perhaps a broomstick.
A broomstick? You don't have a broom.
We have a broom? Of course we have brooms. Do you think we don't have a broom? You used the broom last week to sweep the kitchen.
Last week.
I was like, why are you using the broom when the vacuum will clean that up? And you're like, I got a broom. And I'm like, the broom is the last thing we need to worry about. Can I put the broomstick up your ass in solidarity for Todd?
Todd, I love you, buddy, but I don't want to broom up my ass. Well, maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
Tracy says, touche. Sorry, Todd. She says, make sure that it has a flange. LOL. I think the bristles would be the flange. But like, think about it this way. Okay. Doug has a tendency to slouch and lean to one side. And if I shoved the broom up his ass, it would correct his posture and he would have a fancy little tail, which would double as a flange.
And I could sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor. He like scooch himself along the floor.
How did I get myself into this nonsense? I'm minding my own business. I'm feeling sympathy for Todd, and all of a sudden I get a broomstick on my ass.
Tracy says, as long as it has a flange. Okay, so there's 7 people watching this podcast.
I don't know how 7 people would endure this kind of crap.
So the 7 of you don't realize is that I have given many a lecture about how if you're going to put something up your butt, make sure it has a flange on the bottom.
Otherwise,
and I'm so happy to see that our master haters, Todd and Tracy, have been paying attention because I don't want something to get jammed up their ass and they have to go to the emergency room to get it taken out. That could be embarrassing for you. Jose dog on a stick.
Jose dog on a stick.
Oh, like
that thing, yeah.
Like Brian. No, what's his name?
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham with the Jose
puppet,
on a stick. Yeah, it would be Doug.
The first time I saw that, Ahmed the terrorist, laughing,
He's hilarious. I think he's gotten banned for some conservative viewpoints, and they banned him.
How dare he have an opinion?
And he performed in a Muslim country, and they were like freaking out that he didn't want to bring Ahmed, and then they were freaking out. They all wanted Ahmed. That's all they wanted.
Bring him out, and the place goes.
They went crazy. They loved it. Tracy says, yes, same Doug. Love his shows. Serious question. So this is like my wildest fantasy is to do some stand-up, and I would love to play at Joe Rogan's Comedy Mothership. Do you guys think like I would be able to pull it off? So here's the problem. There's a stand-up place in Naples, but you have to bring 4 friends. I don't have 4 friends.
The other thing is that you talk a lot. They probably only give you 5 minutes. You will not even get to the joke in 5 minutes because you'll be telling people
Thank you for the encouragement.
You will be talking about the guy you met at the gas station.
Thank you for the
that had a mustache.
Thank you for the encouragement, Douglas.
I encourage you, but you
you don't.
If you get 5 minutes on stage,
that was rude.
What?
I'm asking something like
I want you to do it. I honestly
this is so supportive of you.
Marital Hate.
Oh my God, can you guys help me?
Hey,
Tracy says yes, you could do it. Thank you, Tracy. Tom says ha ha ha.
5 minutes ago, you're sticking a broomstick up my ass so Todd would feel better about getting a needle in his eye.
Yes, that's what we do. Tracy
Cross
says,
my heart and hope to die.
Tracy says they blew up the place. And Tom,
I wasn't going to say that.
Tom says, ha, ha, ha. They would think that was hilarious. Todd says, you would do awesome at a comedy shops. The only problem is that everybody else will be laying on the floor laughing. I thought I would do a bit about my grandmother, and you would know. And again, there's 6 people watching that are not commenting. My grandmother did not know if she had an orgasm or not. She said, I think so. And in the middle of a very small and fancy restaurant, I pounded my hands on the table and said, you would know. And all the glasses clink, 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 clink. And there's a whole story. She died, but it was right after I told her that I didn't know if it was sadder that she was dying or that she'd never had an orgasm. And I thought that I should reach down there and take care of it for her. And then she died. It killed her.
So basically, you killed your grandma.
And she's rolling over in her grave right now.
You wonder why your family doesn't talk to you.
At that point, I had been trying to kill her for 3 days.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
That's the short version of the story, Tom. I'll have to tell it, but I think that would be a good one.
Tom, have you ever had an orgasm?
Tracy said you would know. Tom,
because you would know.
Did you nut today? Have you been milking like a cow? Can you please tell that story?
No, I can't. I can't tell that story.
I can. So Doug has a friend.
No. You can't tell the story.
Why?
No, it's not my story.
There are 7 people watching.
Yeah, well, one of them might be one of the people in that story.
Well, then they should name themselves. If you have a story about milking a cow that you don't want shared, you better speak up now and say, no, don't tell my cow story. I'm going to give you 3 seconds. Tell it.
I don't want to tell it. It's not my story to tell.
Some little girl that he knows walked in on her sister doing something with the boy. And she ran and told her mom she was milking him like a cow. Is that the story?
Something like that.
It's pretty good.
Mama, she was milking him like a cow.
See, there you go. Okay, so
Milk train.
Wonderful chat with my new eye doctor. Delightful young man. I don't remember his name. Oh, wait, I think I have it right here. Hang on. I do not. In any case, the eye doctor in Costco in Fort Myers, delightful. However, one of the things I said to him in his meeting, in our appointment, that my vision had gotten, a bit worse, was it could be the Lyme disease. And he said, no, Lyme wouldn't do that. And I didn't feel like arguing with him at the time. Lyme can fuck up your vision. And there's been a massive correlation between Lyme and lymphoma, which I hope everybody say a prayer for Gary. Gary's been a friend of a friend.
Updates on
that? His brother was flying down.
Okay,
so if y'all could say a prayer for Gary, he's recently diagnosed with Lyme. It's got some stuff going on, and he really could use your prayer. So pray for our friend Gary. Really not our friend, but we're thinking about him. And yeah. Don, side note, Tom sells Milk Train.
Milk Train.
Oh,
because
okay.
it's
Derek's here. Gary's slightly improving. Yeah, that's what so he was a little bit better. That's what I had heard. And I knew that his brother was going down, but I'm wondering, how is he now? And everybody just keep praying for him, because, can't hurt. And then, but it's very important. His brother Paul is with him now. That's wonderful. And please, and I'll text him again, but please let him know we're praying for him. We're asking our friends to pray for him. We're obviously not giving away personal information. Just pray for him. He's having a rough time.
And Derek, nobody's going to come to the hospital and put a broomstick in his ass. I will make sure that she doesn't go.
Why would I put a broomstick in his ass?
You were trying to put a broomstick up my ass.
Most I would put up his ass is a fist. That's the most, because what? He might like that.
Train,
the man is in a hospital suffering. If he wants me to fist him, I'm going to do it.
It's like a Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I'm so sorry.
It's like the Make-A-Wish fist.
Tracy says prayers and good wishes for Gary. Derek says, so appreciate your cheers. I'm gagging laughing here. I'm going to tell you a story. Our good friend Joe Biggins, love Joe to death.
Elementary school pal from Worcester.
And Joe and I are going to live in a van together one day.
Down by the river.
We have plans. Anyway, not the point. Joe Biggins' brother had an aneurysm, and they were waiting at like any minute that he was going to die. And so Joe's there, and it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And so what I did was I stayed on the phone with him till 3 o'clock in the morning, just making inappropriate jokes. And then his brother passed, and yeah.
So how?
But it helped him get through those hours.
How does that? There was no broomstick.
No, but
laughter
Biggins,
helps.
if you're watching, I would love to put something up your ass, whatever you want. Perhaps the shuttlecock. Why can't you put a shuttlecock up your ass? No flange. Gotta have a flange, whatever you put up there. Okay. Tracy says, sing it down by the river. What's down by the river?
There's many river songs. There was a Sam Cooke's Changes Come. I was born by the river, but that's not down by the river. Down
what's
on
the Clash
corner,
song about the river?
Out in the street, that's Creedence.
I live by the river.
Well, that's the Clash, of course, but it's not down by the river. Down by the lazy river was the Osmonds, which was a kick-ass song from a bunch of Mormons. Go figure. That and Crazy Horses. If you've never heard Crazy Horses by the Osmonds, go listen to it, because it's the messed up song of all time. It's an awesome, crazy, psychedelic song by Mormons. I can't even describe it. Crazy Horses by the Osmonds. But Down by the
On-
Lazy River, also good. Yo-Yo, also good by the Osmonds.
On the topic of living in a van down by the river,
Yes.
I suggest everyone check out Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers from 1995, starring one Paul Rudd, who lived down by the river.
He lived down by the river.
Just saying. Trace says, "LOL, my dad used to play it."
What, the
Aw.
Osmonds? He used to play the Osmonds? Holy crap.
I don't even know what to say about it. Is that a good
Kind
thing
of
or a bad
awesome.
thing?
I don't know. Like there's a weird thing about the Osmonds. Like they're inherently cool and square all at the same time. I don't know how else to explain
I used to like the Donny Osmond song "Soldier of Love."
Soldier of Love. He sang the crap out of that, and he was on that Jeff Beck song.
I didn't add that to my
Ambitious.
Spotify.
He's not a bad man, just ambitious.
I'm gonna add
And
that
they're
to
doing
my
an audition, so there's a bunch of different people singing, and he sings one. He knocks the crap out of that song, and then Herb Alpert shows up, and he was too late.
Incidentally, "Soldier of Love" was covered by Pearl Jam.
Oh,
Or it was done by Pearl Jam. I don't know if it's a cover or not. How do I add that? I'm very excited about my new Johnny Osmond song.
add that right to your workout.
No. Okay, wait.
I don't know. Donnie can sing. I don't care what you say. Dude can sing. That's not Donny Osmond.
No.
Oh, that's Pearl Jam.
Is that the same song?
No,
No.
it's not.
No. Okay. Pearl Jam, "Soldier of Love," different than Donny Osmond, "Soldier of Love," just so you know, in case you were wondering, do not confuse the two. Tracy says, "Fact, Stacey." I don't know what the fact was, but okay. I'm sorry. I have ADD. Tom says, "Crazy Horses" is the new Dictators receipt.
Handsome HD Manitoba. I'm wondering if it's the same song, because that would be fun. I would like to hear the Dictators do that song.
I would love to hear everything. I would like to get back to my Costco story.
Oh, geez.
So, what? Oh, geez.
We talk about 90% of our podcast is about
Yes,
Costco.
this
Costco should
podcast-
pay us to-
Let me just tell you what this podcast is
Nice.
about. It's about fucking Costco. It's about my sex life. It's about fisting. It's
Crystal.
about
nutting.
It's about natural health. It's about my disdain for the government. It's about my husband rambling about whatever he talks about, animals and old people music and other geriatric things. That's what this podcast is about. There's your keyword search, motherfuckers. We need to do some search. I was talking to my hairstylist about this the other day, doing some search engine optimization, because she's done her own SEO. She was going to help me, but I'm like, I need to figure it out myself. I don't want to put her out. In any case, Tom says HDM is gone.
Yeah, I saw that he was doing like solo shows or something.
Who is HDM?
Handsome Dick Manitoba.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
No, he's not dead.
Then what do you mean he's gone?
He's not gone. I think he's. I don't.
He
think
just
he's-
wrote
he's
HDM is
from
gone.
the group.
Oh,
That's what it is. I
he
think
didn't
he's
get-
doing. I think he's doing solo shows. Unless I missed the fact that he is no longer on the planet. But I think I would have remembered that, because HD is a big deal.
Tom, let us know. Okay, so back to my Costco story. I mean, not that it, like, if your friend's dead, then we should definitely stop and like talk about that. But I'm going to move on to Costco until you tell me that your friend's dead. But
Well,
Doug says he's not.
I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, hope you're not.
I don't know. Tom's more into the.
I mean, if he
scene than
wants
I
to be dead, I support him. If
No.
he's in a better place, that's okay.
am. Still handsome though.
He is out of the band, toured California last week.
That's what I thought. I
How
thought he
do
played with like the Bell Rays or
Tom,
like.
how do we
the
get
Dickies or
Doug's
somebody.
record all viral and shit? What do we do? Because I need him to finish it, and I'm just gonna pimp it out. I'm gonna just tell everybody in the world about it.
Yeah, but it sounds like crap.
It does not sound like crap. Everybody loves it.
All right, it's an indie release. Just put on. This is an indie release. Forgive the fidelity. That sounds like
Is
a
it done
child
yet? Is it done
recorded
yet? Are all 10 songs done?
all but Redneck Graceland is done. That's a song about Elvis. Yes, I'm calling Elvis a redneck.
That's gonna be finished by the end of the weekend.
End of the weekend?
Yeah.
I gotta write some verses. I gotta write 2 verses to that. So,
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Um.
Everything else is done.
Tom said, if I knew that, pigs would fly. I don't know what to tell you, but what I do know is Costco. So at Costco, I had my eye appointment, $120. They give you 2 weeks of lenses to try out, see how you like it, which means I get to see if I like these lenses. And if I don't like them, okay. But if I do like them, I just pick them up at Costco. So anyway, I go up to the customer service desk because Doug has misplaced his card. Or perhaps I've misplaced his card, or Zach misplaced his card. And so we've just been using the app. And but you have to have a physical card to get gas at a discount. By the way, I should have gotten gas while I was there.
Yeah.
But here we are. So I need to get a card. And also, when we originally bought our Costco membership, we bought it through a Groupon, which I highly recommend you do. Buy the Costco Groupon. And if you want a Groupon discount code, I can give you one. I have one.
Is there anything you can't do?
I'm fucking snazzy with the fucking deal. Let me just tell you. So
my wife.
You get the
snazzy.
Hear me out. I can give you a discount code for the Groupon. You get your Groupon discount code. You buy the Costco Groupon. You get $80 in gift cards. But you have to babysit those motherfuckers because they don't always send you them in a timely fashion. So I didn't get mine last year in a timely fashion. And I call like 9 months later and they're like, oh, or I message, they're like, no, you're going to have to call the 800 number. So like a month later, I finally called the 800 number and they're like, you got to go to the store. So today I went to the store. They gave me $40. Then I was like, I opened some lemons today and they were moldy. And we had some raspberries that turned and I would like those replaced. They gave me a credit for the lemons and for the raspberries. So I left with $56 more than I went in with.
And free contacts.
And a bunch of free contact lenses. And I picked up another bag of lemons, of course. And then I picked up dinner.
Taco kit.
I cooked dinner.
She brought home a taco kit. At my suggestion, by the way.
I said, is there anything you want at Costco?
I said taco kit.
And so I bought a taco kit.
Oh.
So it's not organic, but we did put organic salsa on it. Well, I did. Doug did not.
I ate the salsa that came with it. Thank you.
It just came with a lovely lime crema. So that was our Costco story. I love that place. It's my favorite. Although I had the lady that was like, you know, the one that's really pretty but has no personality?
Yes.
I had her again. But I wasn't going to go to that self-checkout.
Tight booty, though.
I'm not going to that self-checkout shit. I'm not unemploying Costco people. Fuck. Never go to self-checkout. Never. Don't do it. Okay. I was listening to Andrew Tate today and I realized I sound just like Andrew Tate.
That's wonderful.
I think Andrew Tate has a lot of really great points. And I think that
I thought Larry Tate had a lot of good points.
I like the idea of masculinity in the traditional fashion. And one of the things that he said was, if you are going to believe the news before you're going to believe me, you are with the wrong man. And I think anybody who's been watching the news and how we've oft been misled, I think that that's a sound piece of advice. Tracy said, nice. And then Tom says, good company to work for, really. Yes. So we had a guy that did flourish for us and he had to leave early one day and he's like, I got to go to my other job. And I'm like, oh, like, is business slow? And he's like, no, I make more money there. He was making like $23 an hour at Costco with benefits working part-time. And so as the checker, bloop, bloop. And I remember, and this was back in 2009-ish. And ever since I've asked Costco employees, like, I hear that like you work at Costco and it's fucking awesome. And every one of them says it's awesome. Although I've heard in the last couple of years since Jim, I don't know if he passed away or if he stepped down, but it's gotten not as good. But everybody I know fucking loves working at Costco. And most people you all talk to, their whole family works there. They don't mark up merchandise more than 30%, which is why they've gotten into some fights with some vendors in the past. So they refuse to mark things up. They double the warranty on electronics. And they have an excellent return policy. They have excellent customer service. And what you can't get in their store, you can get, there's all kinds of stuff you can get on the website. Diamond rings, furniture. I bought a beautiful teak patio set from them at one point. Trace says, I refuse to self-checkout. I've used it twice and both times needed help anyway. I will just wait in the regular line and keep people employed. Get it, girl. Tom says, I've seen the same people working there for decades. Yeah, they're not leaving. So, but here's the thing, that the biggest expense to retailers is employee shrinkage. That means your employees are stealing from you. But if you have strict policies and you treat your employees well and you pay them well and you take good care of them, they will take good care of your customers and you will not have employee turnover and you will not have shrinkage. So there you go.
Unless the water's cold.
If the water is cold. And the only place it's really cold is the freezer section. Doug has a very
Oh my
hard time
God, the freezer section.
Unless a nice lady comes out and she's cold, he's very happy then.
Yeah.
Do you get excited when I'm cold in Costco?
I get excited by the smell of your perfume.
I don't wear perfume.
That's a Billy Ocean song.
I generally wear some sort.
Actually,
it's so funny. I had given a couple of dresses to Jen up the street.
Yeah.
And she tried them on. Her daughter said, "You smell like Stacy," and I was like, "Oh my god, what do I smell like?" I smell like essential oils.
Oh, okay.
I always forget that. Like we always smell like lavender
I
or
was
some
just
shit
gonna
like
start
that.
busting out some Caribbean Queen, sharing the same dream.
Tracy says, "Bam." They sell whole lambs at mine. That's awesome.
Are they live?
That would be cool.
Like if you pick them out of a tank.
So Costco sells a shitload of wine. They sell contact lenses. You can get
Condoms.
a car.
Condoms is a big
you
thing.
can definitely get condoms. But they
damn it.
They're actually one of the largest sellers of organic foods. Their organic meat is like pennies on the dollar. Like I'm obsessed. This whole freaking podcast is like a Costco ad.
And you
I don't
didn't
think
even
Costco
have that
is gonna
lemon
sponsor us.
Raspberry bundt cake. That was fantastic.
I have enough bundt cake for everybody. So that is the end of the 3-hour Costco commercial. But I will tell you that my fucking eye doctor, delightful as he was wrong. Lyme does affect your vision, and it's a terrible, terrible disease. And I was discussing with one of my friends, who shall remain nameless, that yes, they have a whole aisle of adult diapers.
But
nom bundt cake. LOL. Okay.
But Tom,
if you haven't been
they
paying...
have a whole aisle of adult diapers for
That's
your
a little funny. And Tracy says nom bundt cake. For those of you not paying attention, I refer to my butthole as a bundt cake on a semi-regular basis.
It's a long story.
So that's a little funny.
We saw a video.
And Lila says, hey girl. Not everybody has gotten their surprise, but I'm glad you've gotten yours. Actually, I think everybody who's here that has chimed in has gotten theirs. And so all the master haters got these delightful little flamingos. Although Derek didn't get his address because he's moving.
He's got too much going on.
So Derek, when you get settled, let us know.
Maybe we can't have stragglers.
And Lila finally made it. So our 100th episode will be tomorrow because I had to take 2 nights off because I didn't feel so good. We'll talk more about that little gift. So the thing I was talking to one of my friends about yesterday and the day before was how difficult it is to get a Lyme, an accurate Lyme test. So the standard test, the first line of defense is an ELISA test. It picks up Lyme 35% of the time. The more advanced test is the Western blot, and that only picks up Lyme 50% of the time. That's if it is read properly, which it's usually not. The IGeneX test is the gold standard, but it can cost you a lot of money. But even the CDC agrees that Lyme is a clinical diagnosis. So there is the Horowitz Lyme questionnaire that is a great way to determine Lyme questionnaire. I'm going to pop that shit up there. So anybody who thinks that they could possibly have Lyme should take this, because there are the conservative estimates are 400,000 new cases of Lyme each year. However, the Lyme community and iLads would argue that's really 1/10 of the actual number. So it's really more like 4 million cases each year. The problem is that because it's so difficult to diagnose, many people go years and years and years, decades, like myself, without a proper diagnosis. And they don't really know how to treat it. So there's that too. The tests are super unreliable. And the thing is, people think you have to have a tick, you have to have a bullseye rash. Bullshit. Let me just tell you, Lyme can be transmitted, of course, by a tick. But it can also be transmitted by any vector that takes a blood meal. That means spider, mosquito,
Blackula.
Tick. Blackula, perhaps, yes. It is sexually transmitted. It is transmitted from mother to child, and there's a viral component as well. My good friend Darlene, 12 people in her family have it. 12 motherfucking people in her family have it. And of course, when you have a tick-borne illness, be it Lyme or Bartonella or Ehrlichia, Mycoplasma, there's a bunch.
Or the claps.
There's tests for 19. We have tests for 19 that are only accurate 50% of the time.
You know what's alarming to me is that if it's so hard to detect, and they're still detecting 4 million a year.
The CDC is diagnosing 400,000 a year.
400,000.
But the iLads would tell you it's 4 million.
Okay, all right. So that's what I was going to say. If it's hard to detect, and they're detecting that many.
Well, and the thing is, if you have it and you catch it early and you treat it early, you respond very well. But if it goes untreated, it gets really ugly. And as people can tell you, and a lot of people will later end up with lymphoma or other serious health issues.
Sort of noma.
So the thing is that we have tests for 19 tick-borne illnesses, but there's in fact over 100 tick-borne illnesses. So we don't know what the fuck we're doing. And the treatment, they used to say 2 weeks of antibiotics and you'd be fine. I am here to tell you that is not true. I did 4.5 years of antibiotics, 6 months of injections, 18 months, or was it 4 years? Somebody do the math. 6 months of injections, 18 months of orals, and a full year of daily IVs. So that's 4 years. So antibiotics were not the answer for me. Going off of them was the answer for me. Some people will be exposed to Lyme a bajillion times and be totally fine. And some people get one tick bite and it's devastating or even debilitating or paralyzing or deadly. But more often than not, we just suffer and want to die every fucking day. So I would say if you suspect Lyme, one great thing you could do is to order the Green Dragon Botanicals Liquid LB Core Protocol, which is what my doctor prescribes to people. You will either feel better or you'll have nothing happen, or a Herxenheimer reaction. A Herxenheimer reaction is basically as it dies off in your body, the spirochetes, the bacteria, release a toxin into your blood and they make you feel like shit. Like you really want to die. It's worse than the disease itself. So the thing is, if you feel better, great, you feel better. If you feel worse, it's a Herxenheimer reaction and you have Lyme. And if you feel nothing, then you don't have Lyme. That's the most accurate test I can think of. And of course, if you have Lyme disease or any kind of chronic illness or cancers, you should be avoiding sugar like the motherfucking plague. Organic food, get the chemicals out of your home, get your shit together. I think you should do that anyway. Because you don't want to deal with what I'm dealing with. Without your health, you have nothing. And like this week, you guys think I didn't want to hang out with you? Of course I did. I'd rather hang out with you guys than do anything in the world. Well, maybe fuck my husband, but it depends. Depends on the day. Like some days I'm enough of you already. But I always want to hang out with you guys. And like it's devastated my life. And I was, an executive, 4 kids, super busy. I was hot as shit. And here we are. And, but you know what? I'm making the best of it. And I am grateful for all the wonderful people I've met through the Lyme community. And I'm grateful for the information I have because I'm able to share with people my big fat fucking mouth. Lila says sour sap. Love it. Okay.
Is that what the herbs taste like? Sour sap.
They taste like, you've had them. What do they taste like?
It tastes like
pond water.
If you drink them with iced coffee in the morning, they taste like Kahlua.
Oh, well, there you go.
Which is everyone's favorite. Oh, I saw today that they have come out. Eggo has come out with an alcoholic beverage for breakfast.
Yeah, that's what we need. More alcohol.
It's like brunch. It's like a brunch drink in a can. Hang on, I have a picture of this. Hold on a second. I want to share it with the folks.
I don't think you're quite prepared for the last. I don't know why. Well, I know why I'm tired. I've been up since 5, and I worked out, and I played an hour of Get That Dirty Cock Away From Me, and I went to the eye doctor, and I cleaned the house.
Eggo releases waffle flavored brunch liqueur, and it's in a can with the Eggo, look like Eggo waffles. I think the can thing bothered me more than a liqueur inspired by a classic brunch flavors with the taste of Eggo waffle combined with sweet maple syrup, rich butter, and a hint of smoky bacon.
I kind of think we need to get that.
We're
not really drinkers. We bought one night. We were like, oh my god, we need to try that with rum. That would be so good with the coconut rum.
So we go and buy rum.
It's still locked up. We still have the bottle of tequila from 3 years ago. When we moved to Florida, we gave away all our booze to the waitress at the hop because we had our all this booze left over from Doug's 50th and our wedding, and like
and I'm 74 years old now.
That's true. Tracy says, still hot as shit and thankful for your help with information. Well, I wasn't going to name names, Trace, but you're not the only person I've helped this week. There's been like 5.
Yeah, you're not special.
You are special, but there have been a lot of people that I've helped this week. And it's kind of an ongoing thing because people know I know about Lyme and I'm willing to help. And, I will be available 24 hours a day if anybody in the Lyme community needs me. That being said, one of the most common things that happens with Lyme is the psychiatric issues. So if you know a particularly teenager that has sudden onset psychiatric issues or somebody's just acting
give them some of that Eggo shit. That'll fix them right up.
It will not fix them right up. It's likely a tick-borne illness. And so sometimes I have to set a boundary with people because they get a little too crazy. And we've had that within the Lyme community. The other thing I would tell anybody...
You're talking about me.
you are a pain in the fucking ass. The other thing I would say about if you think you have an illness like Lyme, the problem is that you want to reach out for support and help. And so you think, oh, I'm going to join a Facebook group. The groups, 99% of them are just so toxic. And I don't think I would be better if I had stayed in those groups. Just something to keep in mind.
Was a thing that a conclusion that I came to, and you came to it about the same time.
Okay.
Right about.
But the point is that like it's nice to have access to the groups, so like don't follow them, but like maybe go in when you need to. But what I've done is I have friends in the Lyme community. If I have a question, I ask them. Of course, one of my closest friends is a brilliant and amazing chiropractor, vitamin C chiropractic. Definitely look them up. They do. She's mobile chiropractic. She's in the Daytona, St. Augustine area. She goes as far as Orlando.
Yeah, if you come down to Disney, she'll
meet you there and adjust you.
Straighten your ass out.
But I will tell you that she's also a great resource for discount supplements and Biomat. If you suffer from pain, get a Biomat. It will be the best. It's like $720 or something. Money well spent. How many days of the year do we use it?
Almost all the days.
365 days a year. It's fantastic for pain. And of course, if you can will help you sweat because it's infrared heat. It heats you from the inside. So you feel like you have pain in your bones, get it. You have a pet that's suffering, she has it for her freaking cats. Trace says that doesn't even sound good. Drink. I want to try it. Lila says, I have to come see you guys. We need to come see you. Let's pick a day and we'll come.
Meet in the middle.
Well, we could meet in the middle. We could go there. I want to see the little grandchild. He's so cute. Yeah. We need to. We're just like, I've been feeling a little bit better. So right now we're like in a sprint until the end of September, maybe October. So we've had company. We've had me being sick. We've had Doug's job loss. Just one it's just been one freaking thing after another. And you guys have too. So maybe September. Oh, sorry. October. September is Doug's gone for a week. Zach's coming for 4 days and I'm going to need a lot of time to rest. Although I might have to run away from home while you're in Massachusetts.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'm going to feel lonely. The other thing I thought about
these people.
Can I tell you the other thing? Am I going to do the podcast by myself?
Why not? You do 98% of the talking. I just sit here and make funny jokes about.
Sometimes you're an annoying asshole. Well, I will say this. I don't know if I should go on a little tour. Maybe I could get some of my friends to come over and be on the podcast. Maybe I should take those nights off. Maybe I should go. So I was thinking about maybe using the Capital One points to fly back to Massachusetts with you as my point.
You don't like to fly is the main thing.
I fucking hate flying. And there is some chatter, whether it's true or not, you will have to decide for yourself. However, InfoWars did a report about alleged COVID resurgence, and that their insider at TSA said that they were told that they were going to be going back to full masking in the near future, if not by the end of September. It's not a matter of if or when, but when. And they found that they claimed that they also had that confirmed by a border agent. Whether this is true, I don't know. But when we were at Costco on Sunday, we did see a handful of people wearing masks, which was a little surprising.
Handful. I
did not see anybody wearing a mask today. Lila says, Stacey, I will come there. We are only an hour and a half away. I'll come to you. You already drove here once. She said, but we do have hurricanes coming soon. I'm not worried about it. And Lila says, not in Florida. Well, yeah, that's why I'm glad we live here right the fuck now. And Todd says, you should come to California. No. I really don't like to fly. And if there's going to be some sort of like COVID type policy again, I'm not going anywhere near California or New York or Massachusetts or any of those terrible places. I would stay in Florida. Maybe go to Texas. They were talking about building some sort of bridge over the Gulf to Texas. I think that's a terrible idea, by the way.
It'd be a long ass bridge.
Lila's laughing her head off. Tracy says, I've heard about the masks. Buses up here are requiring masks. It was on their bus signs that flash in front of the back of the buses. Ask me how I feel about that. Just saying. Maybe we should buy a house before there's another run on Florida homes.
Yeah.
What?
I have so little interest in making that a big deal.
Making what a big deal?
Mask wearing or not mask wearing, or
do you think that people should be forced to wear masks?
I don't think anybody should really be forced to do anything.
There you go. Well, we have a problem with that.
But I'm not going to let it worry. I'm not going to be freaking out about it.
I'm going to freak out about it because I know the impact that it had on people that I knew, and it wasn't good. So I'm not okay with that.
That's your prerogative. I'm just saying that I'm not going to let it bother me.
Lila,
go ahead.
Tracy says, I think we are becoming China. I don't disagree with you. Lila says, still not a law, just a suggestion. Whether it was a law or not, you were not allowed on a plane previously, and the indication is that, what was indicated by this InfoWars article was that would be the case again. So I don't know that whether it's a law, suggestion, or requirement. If you can't live your life without it. And Donna says, fuck the muzzles. I don't know how you would fuck one, but I would not want to go anywhere near it. I think they're gross. Donna said, Lila says, I'm a rebel. I'm not wearing nothing. Girl, I wasn't wearing anything on Friday when we were playing Get the Dirty Cock Away from Me in the pool. Today, I wasn't even wearing a top. Right now, I regret that I'm wearing clothing. They're uncomfortable. Lila says, that's why I end up driving. I cannot do it. Yeah, no, flying. Oh, fuck that. The inflammation, being close to strangers, and waiting. Derek says, my girlfriend flew to Northport 2 weeks ago and was coughed on by a guy next to her the duration of the flight. 2 days later, she tests positive and spent her vacation sick in bed sick as fuck. I'm so sorry.
That's terrible.
Well, that's what she gets for going on vacation without you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No. I'm so sorry she was sick. That's what happened. I mean, we don't know if it was COVID or not, but during the hurricane, we went to Fort Lauderdale. We stayed here during the direct hit of the Cat 5 hurricane. But the next day when we had no power, I was like, oh, fuck it, we're going. And so we went to Fort Lauderdale and stayed in a hotel where we promptly got very ill. And we think it was probably the Rona. And it was not fun. Lila said they just had a pilot die after takeoff here in Florida. I saw that. Derek says her mom lives there.
Yeah, Northport is nice. We like it up that way.
Northport is nice. Yeah, nice come down sometime. We'll meet up with you.
Derek's a funny MF. He's a good guy.
Why would you say MF?
Because he's a funny MF.
Motherfucker. Yes. What he means to say is motherfucker.
Derek is a funny motherfucker. He's a good guy.
Well,
but he's always like he's always positive.
Good vibe. I have good vibes on Derek, and I have good vibes on Derek.
And he's got an accent. You like accents?
I love accents. What kind of accent?
Same as your gynecologist. The Irish accent.
Oh my god! You say fuck. I love when Irish people say fuck. They say fuck. Fuck. I forget how they say it, but it's oh my god, fuck. It's different. I love it. Anyway,
yeah, come perform for us with your funny language.
Oh, Inglewood we looked at houses in Inglewood. We love it there. And he says, we'll do, I promise. And he's born in Dublin. Oh my God, please call him. Can you make me like a little Build-A-Bear or like give me a voice box that says fuck so I can squeeze it over and over again? I would love that so much.
Derek has one of the great stories of all time about his brother, his I think it was his friend's younger brother. Always playing the drums, and told him, come down the pub. You're not gonna make anything out of playing those drums.
Mm-hmm.
And that his friend's brother ended up being the drummer for a little Irish band.
You do?
Well, I don't want.
Can I just say, okay, so
that was such a great story, Derek.
My friend CJ is also friends with people from he's like knows Bono and he knows Adele, and he says I'm just like Adele. Sorry, Adele. You're this. That's terrible. Donna says, I hate leprechaun language. There you go.
Well, and Derek, we'll keep you away from Donna because
Donna hates a lot of people, but she's working on it. She's starting to like people. Derek says I'm a big Flash clan, by the way.
Larry, well, I think Derek.
I'd like to get to this.
Larry Mullen.
I would like to get to this next comment, so Derek doesn't feel discriminated against. Donna Shea says, and I'm a lot of Irish.
Right.
Derek says, true story, Doug. It was Larry Mullen.
Great story.
Donna says, accent's not language. Oh, okay. And then he says, bejesus.
Jesus.
Jesus. Incidentally, my gynecologist has a very thick Irish brogue and invited Doug to see some things. And
would you like to come look, Doug? We're looking down the pipeline. It's like
Derek, I hope that's not offensive to you.
I hope not.
But keep doing it because it's so funny.
Oh my God. This guy, he was 119 years old when he's like.
What did we decide he was? He was 89 years old.
He
was 89 years old when he worked on. He did my surgery.
He might not have made it through the surgery.
I keep wanting to go back and have him die in the middle of my internal. That's my life goal right there.
That's funny.
And so he was, when we went in for a consult, he had this beautiful little Muslim girl, like the Burqa, the whole Mishigas. And he says, "Oh, this is rubbish, is my scribe." And, I'm kind of a one finger type guy. And I'm like,
because when he was typing, it was one finger.
And I said, "Well, that's a good quality to have in a gynecologist." He goes, "Well, I never thought of it that way."
He was like, "Yeah, that's what you're right."
And so he's talking about how it's all computerized, but because he's been with the hospital a million years, they give him a scribe. And so then he was like, "Doug, when you and I were growing up, like they're the same age, they didn't teach us how to type. That kind of thing was for sissies."
Which I don't think you can say sissies anymore either.
I died. And he explains, by the way, Dr. Raymond Riley, New England OBGYN,
it was Brigham, I believe, or was it?
No. So New England OBGYN, but what town is that in?
Oh,
right
that's
there?
Chestnut Hill.
Chestnut Hill. Yeah. It's right on the Chestnut Hill line.
Yeah.
Where the Route 9 fire was. That's where it is. In any case, delightful. And he has a huge lesbian clientele. You're in the lobby, lesbians everywhere. And a couple of little old ladies
that have been with him since the 40s. Of
course, it's a large practice, but he's a delight. And so the way that he did everything with the accent, it was so funny. And then he had Doug come in while he was taking a polyp off, and he goes, "Doug, you want to come down and take a look?"
So here's the funny thing.
I wish you had, because he would have been like, "There, you see, that's her clitoris right there.
Right there. I'll give you the what for. This is what you got to focus on here."
So he told me, he goes, "You're I had 3 C-sections instead of vaginal deliveries, and so they can do the surgery laparoscopically or vaginally, a hysterectomy." And he said, "So you see, you have a nice tight vagina." So I came home, I put it on Facebook, "I have a nice tight vagina." This man has seen at least 30,000 vaginas, and he says, "I have a nice tight one." I'm pretty happy about that.
Something to tell your friends about.
Now that it's
all right. So anyway, the bad thing, like, you could probably get away with the accent. I don't think Derek would mind too much. But I'm speaking for you, Derek. But if you automatically think that he knows Dr. Riley because they're both Irish, that might be a little.
I don't know if you know him, but like, if you could just
like, you know him. Do you know the guy off the Lucky Charms box, Derek? Because he's Irish.
Well, you might know my friend CJ. My friend CJ is a character.
Is he from Ireland or?
Yeah, he's from Ireland.
Okay, I've never met him, so
CJ is a character.
Yeah.
What I would say is this: I dig an accent. If you could maybe in like a half hour call me and whisper sweet nothings while this one does the things to me, that would be helpful for me.
That would be very uncomfortable.
How would it be uncomfortable? I'd find it to be delightful. Tell me what a bad girl I've been, and how Catholic school that I've disappointed the nuns at Catholic school. Tracy said I would be happy with my GN saying I had a nice tight vagina.
See what I'm talking about?
That's right.
It's like being like the Jeep is trail rated. Like, it's trail rated.
I'm gonna get that tattooed on my thigh.
Put that on your LinkedIn. Put that on your LinkedIn.
I'm gonna get that. I could put that on my LinkedIn. Nobody would know. You know what? I'm gonna do stand up, and I'm gonna walk out there. I'm gonna go, "I just want you guys to know I have a nice tight vagina."
Oh, it's certified.
Certified. Okay, it is 9:29, and you have had enough of our fucking nonsense. We like to end every show with a little bit of gratitude, because you know what? It's all about the vibration you put in the world. We try to create community. We try to make you laugh. We've tried to maybe teach you a little bit of things, maybe learn a little bit ourselves. I don't know, share our humanity with the world. Unique content every fucking night. Am I wrong?
It's unique, all right.
And horrifying also. So we want to end some gratitude. What are you guys grateful for? I know the first thing we're always grateful for is you. I used to say that for the end, but like, it was so hard. So I'm thankful for you guys. Lila says she loves us. Well, we love you too, Lila. I am thankful for you, my pain in the fucking ass husband. I am thankful for
a way of showing it.
Costco.
I am thankful for Costco's easy dinner tonight. Taco kit.
I
Boom.
cooked. I am thankful for men with hot accents. How you doing, Derek? What's going on? I am thankful for Donna says she's grateful for friends and she gives kisses and hugs. I'm grateful. God, I'm grateful for my Jeep. I'm grateful for this pool. I'm grateful for get that dirty cock away from me. 32, motherfucker. I am grateful for functioning sprinklers because we've been having problems.
Not been working lately.
We've been having sprinkler problems, but they seem to be resolved.
Well, the problem is they go on, they don't go off. Apparently, stuff gets stuck in them and they can't close down. It's a Florida thing.
I'm grateful for nature. I'm grateful for
lizards,
painting and art that I'm getting a little bit better at. I'm grateful that we're going to win the lottery on Saturday. I'm grateful that I don't know what else I got. I'm grateful for Doug's beautiful tongue. It like rolls out like a carpet. Some Gene Simmons that shit.
You want to go on a carpet ride?
Yes, I do. Tom, call me.
Tom?
Yeah, he's going to call me. Oh, sorry, Derek.
Derek.
Either one. Anybody with an accent.
Tom might have a Brooklyn accent.
That's okay, too.
You
I'll take any accent. Donna, you call me. You got an accent. Trace says, I'm thankful the house we want to buy works for our needs. I'm thankful for making it to episode 99. I'm grateful for networking. Send that shit over.
Right.
I want to see that house.
Right.
And we'll keep a good thought. Douglas?
I'm thankful for my bed, which I'm going to get into in about 20 minutes. And
who are you kidding? You're going to do your crossword.
I am going to do my crossword. I do the crossword every day, the Washington Post crossword on my crossword machine, which I think
called an iPad.
Some people call it something else, but I call it the crossword machine. I do it. It helps me. It gets my mind off of things. It calms me down. Then I
have another thing. I'm really grateful that Gary's doing a little bit better.
Yes.
And I'm grateful that my friend Darlene talked to his family.
And I'm grateful
she's
for
more
all of you.
knowledgeable
Because then you make me look good. Because Derek's like, hey, you guys know stuff. I don't know anything. But you guys know stuff, and you guys can help. I know something.
You chimed in with the steroid thing. The thing about Lyme is I'm your girl if you want to go natural, or you want to know about the disease, you want to know how to survive every day, natural. I'm your girl. If you want to go Western medicine, don't talk to me. I'm going to be like, that's going to fucking make you sick. What about the side effects? What about that? Blah 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 blah.
You're so natural. You could be in a videotape called Big Naturals.
Listen, whatever pays the bills. If somebody wants to come over and help us figure out how to bring the cameras underwater so I can do an OnlyFans where people just watch me swim around the pool, get that dirty cocker away from me, I would fucking love that because we could use the cash. I want an RV. But we're in the lottery on Saturday anyway, so it's fine.
Okay, so never mind.
So
don't help us.
Love you guys.
You guys are the best.
Trace says already sent the link on Facebook Messenger. I will look
at it
as soon as we're done. Everybody, have a wonderful night. Make sure you go to bed tonight. Thinking about what a wonderful day you had today. Sure, there were things that probably didn't go the way you wanted them to. Let them go. Tomorrow is a new day. Maybe you shoulda, coulda, woulda done a lot of things differently. Think about what you do better next time and move the fuck on.
That's right.
You got this.
Get down, Bernice.
Who's Bernice?
It's a Dictator song.
Good night.